Ezel, Kimberly, Ishmael the Demolition Man, and special guest in studio, Master Saleem.
What's up?
What's going on, brethren?
Everything is cool, quiet, poor, humble, and polite, man.
Happy New Year, happy Carnival to you.
Same to you.
It's been a while. It's been
about a year.
Yeah, it's been about that, yeah. So how was that year been for you?
Very fruitful. It was actually a really nice year. It was a good year for me, one of my better years so far within the past 7 years. So just definitely working harder and looking for more fruits, man, you know.
And with that, a lot of traveling throughout the year?
Yes. As you know, chutney music is really not too seasonal. Chutney soca music we just move from one place to the next all the time, and then we have weddings and we have all these different private functions. So for us, the music doesn't die just as soon as Carnival is over. For us, it's like we all year round. So when we say we have a year, we legit have a full year. You know, so that's what it has been for me for like all of 2017.
I remember the last time you were here, you were talking about because we mentioned you mellow bugs,
right?
Of course, and you had said to us that you all had kind of taken a step back,
yes,
and there was a bit of a rebranding, yes, in progress, yeah, to be relaunched again in a new form. How has that been from then to now?
We still haven't launched the new mellow bugs as yet. We're still at that pause, but I don't want to really rush into it. I would prefer to take my time and actually put things into place very, very correct before I decide to say, you know what, let me go for it.
So it's been focusing on pretty much the solo career.
Yeah.
For the time.
Solo career for me is not really bad, you know. I mean, of course, having a band behind you is a lot better. You know, the energy, the vibe, the feeling, everything is a whole lot better. But doing solo gigs is not as bad as it sounds, you know. So, and you could do a lot more in a night or in a weekend, you know, rather than having to break down the band and move to our next gig. It's so much work to get done. So doing solo gigs for me now is actually working in my favor. All right, man. And even tours too. Touring as a solo act is much easier than a promoter having to book a whole band. You know, now they're breaking it down to they're bringing everybody on tracks.
True.
You know, so we could book more artists with less expense, with having to purchase tickets and all this stuff for the entire band, you know. So I mean, solo is not as bad as it sounds, and I enjoy it. I enjoy it, and exactly, I'm doing my thing.
I just remember that conversation from the last time. So I said, well, let me ask you, you know, how has that been from there to now?
Yeah, man.
Well, Saleem, I just wanted to find out a little bit about in terms of the Chutney Soca Monarch competition for you, and what normally is the driving force for you? What makes you continue to want to go back year after year, especially when some artists will have some grievances in terms of not only with how the competition may run, but some of the background issues that may come about. And we'd like to find out from you, you know, what makes you say, all right, this year again, I'm going to try. What is the driving force?
It's goal, you know. It's really goal. Your goal, you know, everything is based on perspective, you know. And some people feel like, you know, this year's my year.
Right.
And I expect to win, or I expect to be at this level. And sometimes it doesn't really work that way, you know. No beautiful ending ever starts with a beautiful beginning. You know, and I believe and I live by the harder the struggles is the better the fruits at the end. So for me, I don't put myself at the top. I legit put myself relevant. You know? Like, I would never say I want to win the Chutney Soca Monarch, but I would love to work to be in the top 5, you know? And then it keeps me going when I get to the point. So if I say I want to be in the top 5 and I play 6th, I'll be like, all right. So I know what I need to do next.
Right.
So I go back again and I go. And Chutney Soca Monarch is, in comparison to Soca Monarch, is the only 2 platforms that we really have to go out there and showcase our talent to an international market, because there are thousands, maybe hundreds of thousands of people that are locked on to these 2 competitions, major competitions within the carnival season. And the drive for me is that I need to remain on that stage to let loose and for people to see Master Saleem and what he has to offer. And it is the biggest platform for me. So going back year after year is me just being able to expose myself more and more and more and more and more until eventually, I mean, God good and say, you know what?
Time for him to wear the crown.
It's your time.
So you're all set for the semis this Saturday night. You're ready for them.
And you know what? Funny enough, that like I spoke to a lot of the guys in the competition this weekend, and everybody have this team of people behind them. You know, like everybody has this big crew. This one to see about this one to see about the dancers, the music. And I just looked at everybody and I was like, I under a rock, because it's a legit myself. I have no team. I have no help. Like I'm standing here right now by myself. Is exactly what I'm going to be doing on Saturday.
That's your plan.
Why is that though?
Why you choose to go that route?
Well, it's not really by choice. It's just that things just worked out in that way. And I take everything as a positive. So I'm telling myself that this is happening to build me as an individual, to build my mind, to discipline my mind to not get upset that I don't have a team behind me, and to discipline my body to know that, listen, you need to focus on every single thing at the same time.
So, I mean...
But that's not how people are built, though. I mean, you have to have a team to help you with certain
as far
things.
as you're concerned, you have it covered. As far as all that needs to get done for you to be able to be on stage Saturday night and give what you need to give to get yourself to the finals. You have it covered.
So let me show you how it is, right? I have dancers, I have clothes, and I have a band. What else do I need?
You tell us. I mean, the choreography, working out, well, obviously, your band practice every day. You know, you gotta make sure the dancers have to make sure they have their costumes. Exactly. I was not going to say that.
So I had a conversation in 2014, either 2013 or 2014 with Marshall Montano. We sat down in Rainorama and we had a one-on-one conversation, because that year I was Superman in Chutney Soca Monarch, and that year he was Superman in the Soca Monarch. And we were having a conversation, and he said to me, I asked him, I said, how do you do it? And he said to me, and that is something that is in my heart.
It resonates with you.
Yes.
It stays with you. Let's hear what he said.
He said to me, sometimes you have to trust the people around you, that they would make the decision that is correct on your behalf. And you need to trust them, because if you out there doing something that is risky and you are thinking about if that man go in and do something to mess you up, that is what you're going to be thinking about, and you're not going to be thinking about the goal. So I went to the guy to make my clothes and I said, this is what I want. And he said, okay. I said, I don't want to know the details because I don't really know about it, but I could show you something and this is what I want. I trust you that you're going to give this to me on Friday for Saturday.
And you left it as that?
And I left it as
so
that.
So you're not letting me address rehearsal or anything like that either?
No.
He has faith, and you're trusting in them.
Listen, the Lord just works out his own plan for each and every one of us. And sometimes faith is something that you can't fight. You know, if it is meant to be, you could do all the rehearsals you want and you go on stage and still do
fair enough, and you have a good point. I agree with you.
You know?
You have a point.
I told the dancers, I said, listen, I just need vibes, energy, and I need you to run out at this point in time in the song and do X, Y, and Z, and I cool with that. I trust you to do it. And that was it. I called the band. I said, listen, when you finish your rehearsal with everybody, I would come down and we could spend like a 20 minutes or a half an hour. That's all I want. And we're going to put the music together and we're going to just run with it.
So let's talk about the song that's going to take you on the stage this Saturday night. Shameless.
Shameless.
And Ravi B.
Yes.
How that come together?
This actually happened by accident. It wasn't a planned thing. Ravi and I have been talking about doing a track together since like 2015. But Shal Marshall and I actually had a song in 2015, which is Next Man Wife, right?
Yeah.
And since then, we were in conversation about doing a track together. This year so happened, I was writing a dubplate for a partner of mine on Ravi B's song Police. And then I sent it to Ravi and he saw it and he's like, bro, how long it took you to write this? I was like, maybe 5-6 minutes. He was like, you real bad boy. And then he was telling me, he was like, we need to do something. People keep telling him that he needs to collaborate with me. We need to do something together because lyrically and on a collaborative effort, it's going to be something good. So I told him, I said, well, say the word and I'm ready to go and do it, you know? And he was like, I ready when you're ready. I was like, okay, let me don't go back and forth. I was like, let me go into studio. I'm going to play you something. You tell me what you think about it. So happened that same night, he had to go to studio to record something and I went. He told me to come. I went in and I heard him singing something and I was like, hold on, let me help you out here. 5 minutes I wrote out his part for our next song. Then when he was finished, he was like, let me hear what you have. I said, play it. So we went to Maha Studios, right? Press play. And within the first 30 seconds of the song, he was like, Dan, stop that. Stop it. He's like, it's bad. He's like, I ready. Say the word. And I was like, then Rishi looked at me and he was like, you hear what you saying? I was like, Rafi, you talking now? This is like 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. He's like,
record now.
He's like, I ready now.
Yeah,
he's like,
I'm
ready now.
In the moment.
Now. He went back into the studio. He went back into the vocal room. And I was like, you just stay inside there and you sing, I'll write. And he's in the vocal room and I'm writing his parts outside the studio and just telling him what to sing. Okay, sing this. And then he went off on a vibe. And then the end product was just like, nah, boy.
The rest is history.
It's crazy. It's just crazy how music happens. It just happens based on how we feel. You know, you feel a certain way, I feel a certain way. We could both listen to a song, play, and we may not be able to hear anything. We'll be like, wait, that was a song just playing. And then we would hear something and just be like, oh, what was that?
Power music.
And that is what happened in that studio. And we just ended up with this beautiful, beautiful collaboration.
Well, let's get to it.
Yeah, man.
It's called A Shameless.
Yeah.
Master Saleem and Ravi B. Shouts to Maha Productions.
The next day, my girl tell me that I had no shame. So I end up drinking more of my game. Yeah, what is the deal? Time to crack a seal. When rum call my name, I don't have no shame. Watch me how I shameless. I dirty and reckless. Watch me how I shameless. I don't care, I reckless. The master blaster. My wallet saying I broke, but I smelling like white oak. So now I no time for no joke. But that ain't gonna stop me. I scrape up a little money and I went back out and party.
They say A Shameless.
This year we had to be here. This song is carnival to me, boy. Last year for the first time I played carnival. First time ever I played carnival.
First time you played mass.
This is exactly how I felt on the road. Just shameless, like, you know, like you could do whatever it is you want to do and nobody's gonna look at you and be like, what are you doing, boy? One tea, but it's everybody just looking to behave that way. You know,
just enjoying yourself to the fullest.
Shameless is not used as a derogative word, but more like a descriptive word in this song. You understand? It describes a type of behavior.
Yeah. No inhibitions. You're not holding back. You're just letting go your energy.
You have nothing. What are you gonna hold back for? What you holding back for is just a go, boy.
Well, Saleem, we want to wish you all the best in the competition on Saturday night.
Thank you very much.
And of course, for this season, I know you're going to be busy. And of course, throughout the year, as you continue, let people know how they could get in contact with you, because I know you do the writing, producing, as well as performing. Give them all your handles.
Well, it's just Facebook, Saleem B. Harry. There's 2. You could add both of them. On Instagram is Master Saleem _. And that's really about it.
All right.
Yeah, man.
Master Saleem and Ravi B. Look out for them this Saturday night. CFSM semi-finals.
On behalf of the entire Chutney fraternity, I just want to say thank you to 96.1 for always giving us this platform to come here and showcase our music and our talent. Thank you very much to you guys.
For real.
And please, Happy New Year again to you guys and to all the listeners that is locked on right now. And please, again, a happy, safe, and a beautiful carnival. Let me show the world that Trinidad and Tobago could still be beautiful under any circumstances.
Real talk.
Love you guys.
He says I'm shameless when you see him enjoying himself on the road. Let's leave him be.
I'll be behind a bumper.